Gunbrella is the latest release from the indie developer Doinksoft and published by Devolver Digital. This game puts you in the role of a father on a long road to revenge to rescue his daughter, and that road to revenge will lead you through a lot of different locations full of a lot of enemies to blast. When it rains, it pours, and you've got the Gunbrella for it. This combat will test you. As you go through these really large environments, you'll see that there's a lot of side missions, a lot of characters, a lot of them very wacky, and they're in there to give you something to grind off of, to level yourself up. You have a number of different weapons at your disposal, but predominantly you're using this umbrella shotgun thing and dashing from left to right, up to down to deflect bullets as well, and that leads to a lot of really fun gameplay elements. But you're going to be tested. There's a lot of boss fights that will stop you in your tracks, and in that moment it's very important that you have gone through all the different side missions, because this world is really big and really easy to fall in love with. A lot of the different character quirks will be expressed throughout these side missions. You'll explore a little bit of the map, you'll learn about what's going on here and there, and it all comes together. It all is important to progress the overall story. A lot of the times you're moving through and you'll be faced with a roadblock. Oh no, the train is out. Oh no, the tram doesn't work, that kind of thing. You're doing a lot of busy work to kind of open up the map and keep it going forward, but you'll end up doing a lot of backtracking as well when you get new items, and that makes it fun because the memory game I've gone through, I remember this quest. Oh, that showed me the building up high. I can now climb to it because I can attach different chain links, and there's things that really open up the map as you go through, and that was something that I really appreciated. It makes that memory worthwhile. It makes that side mission important. It makes it all count. You can upgrade your weapons as well, so there's a little bit of certain characters you meet. The Tinkerer will upgrade your weapons for you, so there's different kind of targets, different enemies you want to destroy, maybe collect a lot of different resources. I never felt like I was bored in this game. There was always something to do, and even when I was stuck at a roadblock, like I said, there's a lot of other fun things to jump around and do, and that was all really good. The look of this game is interesting because it's it's pixelated, and it's not incredibly HD for that reason, but the story elements, they really actually get to you in this game. I'm speaking for myself here, but there's a certain amount of emotionality that's brought in through pixel faces. The story is really good, and it kind of puts you through a lot of different characters that you'll come to meet and like, and they each express their own story, and that kind of gets me around to another leading example of this game, is that it's just so long. It's incredibly long, but it never felt too long, if that makes sense. The way the story just keeps progressing and progressing and progressing. The different boss fights keep getting harder and harder, and it leads to a nice crescendo. And in the final act, I thought to myself, well, surely this must be the end. I must be getting there soon. But I think this has gone on about 12 to 14 hours, and I'm no slouch. So it is a very long game and a very convincing story. And I really like the action going through the entire way. I never felt bored, like I say. This game is a standout for me, and I'm a big fan of Devolver Digital. This comes in at a 9 out of 10. This is nearly perfect experience. I had a little bit of technical issue, but this is worth noting. This is before pre-release, and those issues were rectified very quickly. So that all to say, I really appreciate Gunbrella. I think this is a great standout. If you're a fan of 2D shooters and any sort of emotional story, this one's for you.